It's another new day, new you. We are continuing to evolve and make our lives better, and our next guest has been helping us to do so. Gary Brecka has stopped by. He's the founder of 10X Health System and the man behind the #1 wellness podcast, the ultimate human, I should say. And I think you've become the ultimate human. Everyone just, I sit and watch your podcast, listen to your podcast, and watch your Instagram, and I'm just always blown away by the great little tidbits of knowledge you have. One of the things that stood out to me always was blood work. I know when we go to our PCP, we get our yearly blood work done, but it just doesn't seem like it's enough.
Right.
Do you agree with that, and what do you suggest?
I do. I think that when you're looking at blood work, you ought to look at 3 categories, right? You ought to look at something called glycemic control. How well are you regulating your blood sugar? And that has 3 markers: glucose, something called hemoglobin A1C, a 3-month average of your blood sugar, and your insulin. 50% of Americans are pre-diabetic, and pre-diabetes is that lurking little devil that you don't feel, you don't see, you don't sense it, but it is the root of all evil. I'm telling you, blood sugar is the root of all evil. We know now, for example, that Alzheimer's is linked to type 3 diabetes, which is insulin resistance in the brain, and prolonged elevated blood sugar over time is one of the worst things that you can do for longevity. So you look at your glycemic control, you look at your hormone balance. And then you also look at nutrient deficiencies. Some of the nutrients that you deprive the human body of lead to the expression of disease, right? So vitamin D3, B12, the complex of B vitamins, these are absolutely essential to good mental health and to good physical health. You know, it's astounding what goes on in our gut that needs these vitamins. 90% of the neurotransmitters in our body are right here. If you don't have them here, you can't have them here. So we like to think that people are deficient in neurotransmitters have a mental disease or a mental disorder, but the truth is they actually have a gut disorder that is expressing itself very often as a mental condition. People that suffer from anxiety, ADD, ADHD, OCD, all of these conditions that we say are conditions of a mental disorder very often are just deficiencies in the gut. I speak to a lot of parents that tell me it's a full contact sport to get their kid in the car to go to school in the morning. And so many kids have attention deficit disorder, or they're disruptive, or they don't follow directions, or they can't keep their attention span. And very often this is linked to what they're eating first thing in the morning, because we are pumping our kids full of something called folic acid. Folic acid is a man-made chemical. We make it in a laboratory. It's not a natural vitamin. It does not occur anywhere naturally in nature. It's in fortified or enriched foods. So moms and dads, if you have a child that has some behavioral challenges, ADD, ADHD, has some impulse control issues or attention deficit issues, just try for 1 week. I'll give you a great 1-week free experiment. Get folic acid, get the fortified or enriched foods out of their diet. These are like your white bagels, your Pop-Tarts, your cereals. Get these out of their diet for 7 days and tell me if you do not have a brand new child walking around the house.
I mean, that's, again, just a simple change that we can make and just to be able to notice results. So, okay, again, the blood work, then you've gone through that.
Yep.
Now, the supplements, you brought up some, so staples in anyone's diet, as far as supplements go, what you said,
staples in supplements
D3.
are, first of all, a mineral salt.
Okay.
I really insist that people take a mineral salt because most of us are mineral deficient. We need 91 essential minerals, right? If you look at nursing homes, they are full of men and women that have been taking calcium for 15 years that have brittle bone disease, right, that have osteopenia or osteoporosis. So calcium is not the answer. The answer is the 12 minerals that are needed to build strong bones. And minerals are used in our body for all kinds of things. I'm talking about the boring stuff: molybdenum, selenium, manganese, boron, magnesium, zinc, silica, copper, iron. These minerals you can get from mineral salts like Celtic sea salt, like Baja Gold sea salt. These are the cheapest life biohacks in the world. A $5 bag of this salt will last you 5 years. And you can take a quarter teaspoon of this, put it in water in the morning, mix it up, and whack it back, and you'll be hydrated and mineralized first thing in the morning.
Right, so that would be your number one thing.
That would be my number one hack. The number 2 would be, most of us are amino acid deficient. We think that amino acids are proteins. They're not. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, right? So no matter what protein we put into the body, it all becomes the same thing. It all becomes amino acids. We also think that we can target direct proteins. We think we can eat collagen and have it show up as collagen in our skin. Well, we can't. You know, you don't eat your nails to grow your nails. You don't eat your hair to grow your hair.
Yeah.
But we think we can eat collagen to grow collagen. We can't. Collagen is actually an imperfect protein. Won't even build muscle. It lacks tryptophan. So what we want to do is we want to take a full amino acid complement. Look for something that has all 8 essential amino acids, and then you can build hair, skin, nails, natural killer cells in your bloodstream and your muscles. So we need the 8 essential amino acids, and the final 2 are fatty acids, EPA and DHA fatty acids. These are what's called omega-3 fatty acids. We have this connotation that fat is bad for us, but actually omega-3 fatty acids are desperately needed in the body to help reduce our neural inflammation and to have all kinds of lower inflammatory markers in our blood.
I could talk with you for hours about this, hours and hours. Again, the Ultimate Human, you can follow him on his podcast and learn more there. And then you're always out and about helping the community in different ways too. So again, welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
So glad
I'm really
you're here.
excited to be here.
And as I've said before, you're welcome back anytime to help all of our wonderful viewers out there live a better life. Thank you.
Thank you so much.